Check, check. 1, 2. Bonjour, dickheads. Welcome to another episode of Monday Night Live. We are here. It's Monday, the 29th of December, 2025. It's the last live of the year. Hope you all had a Merry Christmas and you're gearing up for a wonderful New Year. Happy New Year in advance, because I won't see you before then. Cheers with a pint of Guinness, because I fancy the Guinness, in honor of my mother Mary, who came all the way to Paris to visit me for Christmas. Jesus Christ there. Cheers, Mum. Cheers, everyone. Santé. Oh, nothing like, a pint of Guinness from a can doesn't have the same taste as a pint of Guinness on tap, but still it hits there. Hello, everyone. Hi, Isabel from Normandy. I'm coming to Normandy tomorrow with my family to go to Cabourg, to go visit some friends. Some friends of ours live in Normandy. Well, they don't live in Normandy. They have a place in Normandy that they like to go to. So we're not even there for the New Year's. What are your plans for New Year's? New Year's, what are your plans? What are your traditions for the New Year? Let me start with me. I do fuck all! Nothing. There are no plans for New Year. We're going to Normandy tomorrow. We're coming back the next day. And then we're just going to sit at home and do nothing. My wife, my daughter, and we're just going to sit at home and probably have a raclette. And my wife and I will watch the fireworks. That's about it, ladies and gentlemen. That's it. What do you do? What do you lot do for New Year's? That's what I need some tips and tricks for the new year. I'm going with the wifey to Bordeaux. Maher Achamane. Nice. That's a good time. Bordeaux is always a good time. Fucking love Bordeaux. One of my favorite places. Adriana Godi. There's no plans either. Okay. Hello, DIC. I presume Doom style. DIC is dickhead in chief. I like that. It's great. Cheers, my mate. Last chance to set off the fireworks. In England, we have Christmas crackers with terrible jokes in them. Does French lend itself to the same wordplay as English? Red Becky. Yeah, we don't do that for New Year's, though. We do that for Christmas, don't we? We do have terrible jokes in those Christmas crackers. Yeah, French has the same equivalent. It's called les blagues carambars. There's a little sweetie in France called carambar. Carambar? Carambar. It's like a caramel. Carambar. Carambar. These, you must have seen them, Red Becky, somewhere. They look like this, and inside, when you open them, there's a little joke for you, a terrible joke. I tell you what, carambar blague. Let me type in blague carambar, and I will try. Right, here we go. Let's give you let's try this one. Quel est le comble pour un marchand de fruits? Quel est le comble pour un marchand de fruits? Where's the answer? All right, let's do this one. Qu'est-ce qui contient tout alors qui n'existe pas? And the answer is le cloud. Oh, okay. Good joke. So that joke for you, Red Becky, is what has everything yet doesn't exist? The cloud. Wait. So we do have those in French. It's not far from Saint-Pierre-sur-Dive, the place we're going tomorrow. Cabourg, next to Saint-Pierre-sur-Dive, where I famously had one of the worst shows of my entire life. When will I come to Brussels? I was in Brussels a couple of months ago. I won't be there anytime soon, I don't think. Pokraj, you're staying at home for New Year's. It's the best season for raclette. Manon. I mixed your name there. Manon, yeah, it was great. You're doing tapas in Barcelona for the New Year's. Oh my God. Studying for your exams, Maite. Listen, good luck with your exams. You've only got a few more years left of studying for your exams, and then you never have to study for any exam ever again. Imagine that. Imagine that, right? When was the last time I studied for an exam? I'm going to estimate 2009, June, which was 2 months before I moved to France, which was 16 years ago. I don't think I've done an exam in the last 16 years. That's bollocks. I have done an exam. It was for my Apple training certificate thing, blah, blah, blah. But it wasn't a real exam. So yeah, don't worry about it. You've got unsmiley faces there. Turn those frowns upside down and make it a smile. Oh, this sounds like a great New Year's. Ski and tartiflette in the Alps and learn those English guys and teach those English guys to drink. CHRDH. You can teach the English guys to drink. They'll teach you how to speak English correctly, okay? Because in French you have apprendre quelque chose à quelqu'un, which you would imagine, because apprendre is to learn. So you're going, oh, you learn something to someone else. You teach, c'est enseigner in French is what we would say. But I hope you enjoy. That looks like you're in the Alps on your little avatar there. It looks like you're on one of the children's ski slope things going up. Anyway, I hope you have a great new year, my friend. First new year with your dog, Kristen Kim. I didn't know you had a dog. That's amazing. What kind of dog do you have? Party at a friend's place. That sounds gay. What is going on? I was going to say that sounds great, but it came out as that sounds gay. It's the Guinness. I also had a couple of beers before, so I'm a little bit drunk. A bad joke and you get your teeth stuck together for a while. A bad joke and you get your teeth stuck together for a while. Maybe that's a French expression. I don't know. What else do we have? Tomber dans les pommes. Answer to the first carambar joke. Oh, is that the answer to the first one? Okay, all right. I missed it. Oh, so you flip Carlos Camejo between two shows on New Year's Eve. Jules Holland, is that still a thing on BBC One? Jules Holland, what a legend. And La Grande Soirée on France TV. I've never really enjoyed La Grande Soirée on France TV. I mean, it's okay. I'm glad, in any case, that France does fireworks now, because for the first, 10 years of me living here, they didn't do fireworks on New Year's Eve, and it used to annoy the shit out of me. And now they do fireworks, so I can't bitch about that anymore. Tell us about it, that show in Saint-Pierre-sur-Dive. I wonder if I've got a photo from Saint-Pierre-sur-Dive. It doesn't even exist anymore, does it? Saint-Pierre-sur-Dive. I can't find it in my photo. What about Normandie? If I type in Normandie, but it's going to be all the shows that I've done in Normandie, innit? Oh, hold on. No, I do. Oh, shit, ladies and gentlemen. Saint-Pierre-sur-Dive. Let me set the stage for you. Saint-Pierre-sur-Dive, this was the stage that was happening, basically. So the stage was over here. It was in a parking lot. And this was the audience coming to see the show. Right? That's setting the picture of the show in Saint-Pierre-sur-Dive. Then a couple of more people showed up. And it looked like this. That was somebody on stage singing. And some people here not looking very happy. And this is when it got the busiest, ladies and gentlemen, is... The stage wasn't even being watched. It was some other people dancing in the middle of the parking lot here in Saint-Pierre-sur-Dive. And you can tell that these aren't really my audience, right? Fucking hell. And then this is me coming out. I will spare you the sound. Oh, is it going to download? Here we go. This is me on stage in Saint-Pierre-sur-Dive all those years ago, performing to 2 fire extinguishers in the corner and no one in the front. It was fucking awful. It was one of the worst shows I've ever, just because no one understood anything that I was saying. I mean, how long does this video go? It's a 14-minute video. This is, oh, there we go. Look, here's a bit of a shot of the audience. Fuck me. Hold on. Wait for it. There we go. Oh, it's because I went into the audience because no one was waking up. So I walked in and I started doing la bise to all these people just because I had nothing else to do. Oh my God. So yeah, that was the show in Saint-Pierre-sur-Dive. It will stay in, when was that? The 4th of June, 2016. Hey, almost 10 years ago. And haven't things changed in 10 years? In 2 months, I'll be doing l'Olympia in Paris. Oh, Jesus. Anyway, good times, good times. What else is going on? Oh, wow, was that a Trump rally? Doomstar, it kind of looks like a Trump rally, doesn't it? Oh. It's called Saint-Pierre-en-Auge now. Yeah, I do a joke, or I used to do a joke about that terrible show in Saint-Pierre-sur-Dive. I mixed it up with another real story. And people were like, en fait, ça s'appelle plus Saint-Pierre-sur-Dive, en fait, ça s'appelle Saint-Pierre-en-Auge. It was such a shit city, it had to change names. Many years ago, I went to see you at the Flow with a friend of mine. She cried because she laughed so much I understood I had good taste in following you. Mate, the Flow, they were some amazing... We were actually just talking with my mum. She was here about the Flow in Paris recently because she came to see one of those shows. The Flow used to be a venue. They still exist, but they don't do shows anymore. But those of you who don't live in Paris, you'll obviously know where... or you'll have heard of, not the Flow, but next to where it is. So let me get this on satellite view here so you can see what the situation is. So this is Pont Alexandre III, the Pont Alexander III bridge, that if you click on it, you know, it's the famous bridge in Paris with the beautiful things, whatever. And next to it is the Flow, this place here, which used to be a place that I performed. I wonder if there's any pictures of me on Google Images. Because, you know, people take pictures and they upload it to Google and fill out the form and say, oh, the time was amazing. But I don't think, I mean, that's the room that I would perform in. 5 years ago, that sounds about right. When was it? In 2019? It would have been 6 years ago. Maybe there's a picture of me on Google Images. Probably not, though. When are these photos from? 8 years ago? No. Anyway, the Flow was super fun. Loved it. Perhaps they changed the name because I made too many jokes about them. Yeah, the town hall of Saint-Pierre-sur-Dive were like, en fait, I would love to come to your show in Toulouse, but I'm afraid to not be able to understand what you're saying. Sergio, if you're already listening to this and you understand what I'm saying, you would understand the show. However, if you don't already have your tickets, it's too late. The show is sold out. Pokraj says, shout out to Mother Mary. My mum left yesterday. She came. She left yesterday. She came for the whole of Christmas. She came. I brought her. Drove her back. Lovely time. And she's gone home. So cheers to you, Mother. What's your fucking pint of Guinness there? Fucking Jesus. How do Alsatians stack up against French in your point of view, Guido Brockman? Well, Alsatians, I've never referred... See, what's weird in English is Alsatians are dogs. Like, the Alsatian dog. Surely there's another name for it in French. But I've never heard anyone refer to the people of Alsace as Alsatians in English. Alsatian, let me have a look it up. I feel like Alsatian is a dog, isn't it? It's like a German Shepherd. Alsatian. Berger Allemand. There you go. If I look that up, Alsatian, chiefly UK dog breed, Berger Allemand. But if you go up higher, Alsatian from Alsace region. So yeah, I guess we do say that. A German, but we say German Shepherd. So what's the difference between a German Shepherd, which literally means Berger Allemand, and Alsatian? Difference between German Shepherd and Alsatian. Alsatians and German Shepherds are essentially the same breed, with the primary difference being the terminology used in various regions and historical contexts. The German Shepherd... blah, blah, blah. Alsatian was used primarily in the UK. Okay, so it's because of the racist English that we say Alsatian, all right. So anyway, how do the Alsatians stack up against the French? Well, I mean, les Alsaciens are French, ultimately. What are the main differences, though? I don't know. You're better at following the rules than the French. I don't know. I'm only assuming that because you're on the border with Germany, and the Germans like to follow the rules. So, oh, Mother Mary's in the comments there. Great time, never forget it. You're welcome, Mum. Alsace, people, you're confused, Red Becky. You're not the only one confused. The Alsatian shepherd has 2 wings and a long red beak. That sounds like a joke from Carambar. Richard Lebret. What am I drinking? Guinness, obviously. Do you know what I mean? What are you drinking, son? Can't wait to see you in Lyon. I can't wait to see you, Charlene. EP71. I'm presuming you were born in 1971, because why would anyone put anything else as the numbers? Anyway, can't wait to see you in Lyon. Lyon. You know what the funny thing about Lyon is that because this show is 100% in English, the one that I'm doing, I decided in Lyon not to do the big room that I normally do. I normally, the last 3 times I've been to Lyon, I did the Bourse du Travail, which is 1,800 people. I think 1,600. Bourse du Travail. Lyon. Capacité Colliers. 1,920, apparently. And every time I've done it, it was sold out. However, I was like, the show's all in English. Can we reduce the capacities of the rooms, please? Which is why I'm doing l'Olympia in Paris as opposed to le Zénith or the Grand Rex, which I've done before, which is why in Nantes we're doing the Cité des Congrès, the 800 room instead of the 2,000 room. In a lot of cities, we're reducing the capacity because the show is 100% in English. Now, here's what happened with Lyon. We put the date on sale. It was the first show to sell out. So instead of 1,900, the venue, I think, is 900. So it's still a big venue. What's it called? Le Radiant. Lyon. Capacité. It says 2,450, but that is not the... capacité assise is what we need. 650? That is not what I have in my informations. Maybe it is 650. I don't know. I feel like it's you can change it. It doesn't matter. Anyway, so yeah, the show in Lyon sold out, unfortunately, for those that wanted to come to the show. So yeah. What else have we got? The Grand Rex was terrific. I know. I fucking loved the Grand Rex. The second show. I did 1 show. I did 2 shows back to back. First night was a bit difficult because the audience were in a bad mood because it was the whole pass sanitaire thing in France during COVID where you had to show a QR code of proof that you were vaccinated. And that took an extra 30 seconds to a minute per person. Times that by 2,800 people. The show started about an hour and a half late. And so people were angry. And so I didn't enjoy the first show as much as I did the second one. But it was great. I'm happy to hear a British native speaker after a huge conversation with a Singaporean friend. Love your accent. Gaily Nora. Listen, I'm happy to provide accent love to you. So yeah. I mean, in Singapore, they're native English speakers, but they have a different accent, of course. Unless they're an expat or an immigrant over there. Le Radiant is a bit more of a handling to get to. Yeah, it's not in Lyon, is it? It's in fucking the name of a town that I keep forgetting. Caluire-en-Cuire or some shit like that. This is the weird thing with France and some of the places that I'm performing at. Some of the cities. is that they don't have venues in the actual city. You've got to go to the suburbs. Like, typically, an example is Rennes. It's a big city, Rennes, right? But there's no venue in Rennes. You have to perform in one of two places. It's either like Passy or Saint-Grégoire, which is where I'm performing. What's the one in Callure-en-Cuire? I mean, if you can pronounce the name of this city, Callure-et-Cuire. Caluire-et-Cuire. I can't even fucking speak anymore. Something and, what's that? What's cuir? Leather. And the other one is, where are we? Saint-Grégoire. There you go. Saint-Grégoire, which is technically Rennes. It's next to Rennes. But the other ones, Lille is a normal city. They've got a venue. Strasbourg is a normal city. Bordeaux, Montpellier, Marseille, Paris, Caen, Nantes, Toulouse. But then you've got Callure-et-Cuire and fucking Saint-Grégoire. Oh, God. Oh. Have you seen the Québécois bilingual film Bon Cop, Bad Cop, Colliers de Tabarnak des Cris de Sale Chien? Yeah, I love it. Bon Cop, Bad Cop. It was one of the first films I ever watched in French because when I was in 2007, when I moved to Montreal, a couple of months before, my girlfriend at the time and we watched Bon Cop, Bad Cop to get us into the mood of the Québécois accent. It's a great film starring a hilarious comedian. If you're into French and speaking French and learning French, Patrick Huard is the French guy. He's a comedian. He has a great stand-up show as well. Basically, the pitch of the show is very similar to pictures of many other TV shows, notably The Bridge and The Tunnel, where basically somebody dies on the border between two jurisdictions. In this case, it's between Quebec and Ontario. So you've got the English-speaking cop, the French-speaking cop, and it's culture clash. The Bridge, the original TV show, I think is Sweden and Denmark, because there's a bridge between Sweden and Denmark. Is it Sweden and Denmark? I think it's Sweden and Denmark. So somebody dies on the middle of the bridge. The Tunnel is is the Franco-British version. Somebody dies on the border in the middle of the tunnel between England and France. And so hilarity ensues with cultural clash. We should remake it. I'm going to remake it into something else. Right, let me go down. I'm missing the comments here. What's going on? The Bridge was amazing. Sweden and Denmark. There we go. By the way, the bridge between Sweden and Denmark is a pretty bridge. Sweden, Denmark. It's a bridge, and then it goes fucking underwater. It's pretty amazing. If you haven't seen it, this is it. That's the bridge. It starts over there. You go along the bridge, and then fucking pow, you drive underwater, and then you're in the other country. It's amazing. It looks like something out of science fiction. I mean, to be fair, the Eurotunnel is basically the same, except it doesn't go through water. How long is that bridge? Length. Let's type in length. It's 7 kilometers, la. 7 kilometers. That's a long fucking bridge. How long is the tunnel? I reckon it's about 15 kilometers. The tunnel between England and France. Nah, it's got to be more than that. Eurotunnel. Length. Oh, much longer. 50 kilometers. Mate, I'm going to run that one day. I'm going to run from England to France. I'll figure it out, but I'm going to run it. Now that I'm training for my marathons, I'm going to run from England to France through the tunnel. Are you such cliche that you're drinking a Guinness? Oh, I'm drinking a fucking Guinness there. How are you, Fredix? You fucking bastard. My chihuahua is sitting on my lap as I watch the live. Kristen, let me know if your chihuahua reacts to this. Ruff, ruff. It's mad how the English call it the English Channel. Yeah, what do the French call it? La manche. The sleeve. Isn't it called la manche anglaise? What's it called? What's it called in French? It's called la manche, but it's just called la manche, right? The mancha. Yeah, we call it the English Channel because it's fucking ours. Do you know what I mean? Do I have any English series to recommend? Yeah. If you really want to get into British culture and understand what we are made of, especially men, then I highly recommend that you watch a show called The In-Betweeners. The In-Betweeners. It's about a bunch of schoolboys who are not cool, but they're not fucking losers. They're in between, which is why it's called The In-Betweeners. And you will get a lot of cultural references about the UK from that show. That is one of the shows that I would recommend. Other ones, older ones, would be stuff like Fawlty Towers, which was amazing. Fawlty Towers. It's only 12 episodes as well. Fawlty Towers. Let's get Google Images on the go. I don't want to buy the DVD, mate. I just want to show you the picture. Fawlty Towers. I've spelt it completely wrong. So yeah, Fawlty Towers is great. The other one, which is about the same time, is Only Fools and Horses. Only Fools and Horses is another very funny TV show. It's very British. The Americans wouldn't understand. The three shows I've just given to you, Americans wouldn't understand the cultural references. So I'm going to go, in my mind right now, they're my top three. If you ask me tomorrow, I'll have another top three. But there you go. What else have we got? Oh, The IT Crowd. That's a great show as well. I've never watched it, but I've heard it's great. Blackadder. That's a great shout. Pokraj. Again, I've only watched a couple of episodes. These are quite old references, though, to be honest with you. The Thick of It. Yeah, I've heard of that. Not watched it. What time is it? Oh, it's 9:30. Manon has asked us if we should do the translations. Let's do some terrible translations, ladies and gentlemen. This is where every week, if you want to, you can send me like horrible translations that you see to my email address, translations@paultaylorcomedy.com. I'm getting less and less every week. So this segment only survives if you send me bad translations. So, I've got two of them. One of which is from Manon, and the other one is from Sophie. So let's start with Sophie, because she was the first one on the list. What has she sent to me here? Sophie Bradford. A picture from what looks like a monument. Interdit de monter in French. Do not stare. I mean... what the fuck have they translated that to? This is clearly somewhere in France, because the French translation is okay. Interdit de monter, do not stare. I don't even know how they have fucked up that translation. That's impossible to fuck up. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I want to find out where that is. And in theory, now with AI, if I take a screenshot and I ask ChatGPT, where is this? It might be able to find it for me. Do not stare. Maybe I'm missing something. How? They mean do not climb. I know they mean do not climb, Sophie Bradford. Oh, there she is, Sophie Bradford. Hello. Thanks for sending me a terrible translation. The wall and sign suggest it's part of a historic stone fortification or castle, likely in France, given the French text. The mistranslated sign is typical of tourist sites with bilingual warnings. There we go. I don't even need to do this anymore. ChatGPT can just do the fucking lives. It knows that it's a mistranslated thing. That is unbelievable. Sophie, where was this? There it is. It's at Aigues Mortes. Aigues Mortes. Aigues Mortes. I don't know what language that is. I'm presuming it's French. Aigues Aigues Mortes. Oh, here we go. Somewhere near Montpellier. This is Aigues Mortes. Le Petit Train. Okay. I would say, because they're from the south, they get away with it, right? Because the south of France. Hey, do not stare! Do not stare! Do not... What was it? Do not stare. Fuck me. Sophie, that is a great terrible translation. I love it. Ne pas escalier. Exactly. That is the official translation. All right. Thanks, Sophie. That was amazing. Manon, let's go with Manon's. Hello, Paul. J'ai vu ça en allant faire les magasins. C'est d'autant plus drôle que c'était dans un magasin de lingerie. Okay? Cela me fait penser à ton premier spectacle franglais. Okay, so this is from a lingerie store. Happiness looks good on you. Happiness. Oh, okay. It's not a terrible translation. I see what you're doing. It's from my first show when I made a joke about the French people pronouncing happiness as happiness without the H, which sounds like a penis. So a penis looks good on you. Fucking hell. Oh, all right. I've got this reminds me of something that happened this morning. So my wife and I went running and brought our daughter with us, and my daughter was riding her bike while we were running. And my daughter found one of these on the floor. French people in the chat, I want you to translate what this is in French, please. My daughter found one of these on the floor. In English, it's an acorn. What did she find in French? What is this in French? What is that nut, if you like? What's it called in French? We're going to get there. Right. So, Mimi, it's called un gland, right? A gland. So my daughter picks one of these up off the floor and shouts out as loud as she can to my wife and I, Maman, Papa, j'ai trouvé un petit gland. I found a little gland. Now, I had never heard this word before in French in the context of the nut. And now it's just making sense because in French, un gland is also a penis. Happiness. So my daughter shouted out in the middle of the park to my wife and I've never heard gland in the nut. I've never seen one of these in France. I've never used that word in French in that context. I've only ever heard it in the context of a penis because the people surround me are fucking dirty bastards. So I'm hearing my daughter shout out, Mummy, Daddy, I found a little penis. I was like, I beg your pardon. So it turns out that is a gland, penis. J'ai trouvé un petit gland. And then like an idiot, I shouted out, Ouais, et ta maman a trouvé un petit gland hier soir. Hey! Saying that your mummy found a little gland last night. Brr, brr. Oh, God. Which is why when I say bonjour dickheads, people say to me, oh, you say you're teaching us tête de gland. There you go. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, hasn't this been a pleasure? J'ai trouvé un petit gland. Why haven't I written that? I need to write it down in my phone. It'll be in a show at some point. Oh, God. Anyway. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Monday Night Live. It's Monday the 29th of December. I do have to say, I know you're not supposed to wish Happy New Year to people before New Year because it's bad luck, blah, blah, blah. But I'm not going to see you before the New Year, which is in 3 days. So Happy New Year, everyone. I hope you have a great celebration. And if you, like me and my wife, do not celebrate and just sit at home doing fuck all, then I hope that you have a great celebration of doing fuck all at home. And 2026, it's happening. It's happening. So happy 26th, everyone. And I'll see you next Monday. Next Monday is the 5th of January. I'll be here 9 p.m. as always, 9 p.m. French time. For a live. Those of you who are on Patreon, who follow me on Patreon, hang out for the after party. I'll be here for another half an hour with you absolute legends who support my work, buy me virtual beers every month, which contribute to being able to do this for free for all of the other legends. So Patreon, I will see you in a couple of minutes for the after party. Everyone else, have a great fucking end of your year. And enjoy whatever you're up to. And as the cool people say, see you next year. No one says that. Oh, God. Anyway, all right, guys. Patreon, I'll see you in a couple of minutes. Everyone else, Happy New Year. See you in 2026. Bisous.